Snow Dogs is a 2002 American northern adventure comedy film directed by Brian Levant and starring Cuba Gooding, Jr. and James Coburn. The film was released in the United States on January 18, 2002 by Walt Disney Pictures. The film is inspired by the book Winterdance, The Fine Madness of Running the Iditarod by Gary Paulsen. Plot: Dr. Theodore Ted Brooks is a dentist in Miami, Florida. Every city bus carries an advertisement for his dental practice with his picture. One day, Ted receives a letter from Alaska, naming him as the only heir of one Lucy Watkins, a resident of the backwoods village of Talkeetna. Brooks' mother Amelia reveals that he is adopted. Lucy was his biological mother. Ted travels to Talkeetna to claim his inheritance from Lucy. 7 Siberian Husky sled dogs and a border collie named Nana. In Talkeetna, he discovers his roots, totally out of his element. Ted experiences challenges he has never dreamed of: blizzards, thin ice, foxes, skunks, bears, an intimidating, crusty old mountain man named James "Thunderjack" Johnson, and the aggressive, defiant lead dog, Demon. All of this happens with the buzzing excitement of the Arctic Challenge sled dog race, which is only 2 weeks away. Ted tries to find out why he was given up for adoption, and who was his biological father. He meets bar owner Barb, a close friend of Lucy. Barb helps Ted to deal with the dogs and teaches him how to drive a sled, and falls in love with him. Ted has several encounters with Thunderjack, who tries to buy the dogs, especially Demon. Barb tells Brooks that Thunderjack is his biological father. Ted confronts Thunderjack, who offers to tell the truth about Ted's birth in exchange for the dogs. Ted agrees. Jack takes Brooks to a cave out in the woods. During an Arctic challenge, he and Lucy were stranded in the cave, and it was there that Ted was conceived. The next morning, when Thunderjack woke up, Lucy was gone. He looked for her but never found her. Ted returns to Miami. Thunderjack adds Demon as lead dog of his team for the Arctic Challenge. Ernie has finished last in the last 3 challenges, winning the Arctic Flame Award as last musher to cross the finish line. The other mushers all camp at a checkpoint to wait out a bad storm, but Jack presses on. He is annoyed by the pretensions of defending champion Olivier, who is dining on crab legs in an elaborate tent. In Miami, Ted recounts his experiences to his mother, who accidentally breaks a frame holding a picture of Lucy and Demon. This reveals a snapshot of Lucy and Jack with a baby. Ted is infuriated that Jack lied to him, and rushes back to Alaska. There he learns that Jack is lost on the trail, and the weather is too bad for searching. Ted decides to go searching himself, taking Lucy's dogs with Nana as lead. As he heads back down the trail, he nearly collides with Olivier, who wins the challenge again. A few hours later, Amelia arrives and meets Barb. She learns that Ted is out on the trail, searching for Jack. The Arctic Flame is burning over the finish line until the last musher arrives. Ted eventually locates Thunderjack in the old cave. Jack admits he and Lucy had been together when Ted was born, and that he loved her, but he and Lucy had agreed and that neither one of them could raise a baby. Ted also discovers that Demon is bad-tempered because he has a bad tooth. He pulls the tooth and Demon becomes friendly, despite keeping his name. During the journey back to Talkeetna, the sled nearly goes over a cliff into a river, but the dogs pull themselves back up. Ted finally brings Thunderjack across the finish line. Ted introduces Thunderjack to Amelia, and Brooks and Thunderjack decide to share the Arctic Flame trophy. Some time later, Ted has moved his dental practice to Talkeetna. Barb has become his receptionist and is pregnant, and Nana and Demon have 4 puppies named Avalanche. Little Alusha, Chinook, and Demon Jr. Back in Miami, Ted's cousin Rupert, Cisco, also a dentist, is the new celebrity dentist, with his face on every city bus. Cast: human roles, Cuba Gooding, Jr., as Dr. Theodore Ted Brooks, a.k.a. Teddy Bear, Joanna Bick also as Barb, James Coburn as James Thunderjack Johnson, Cisco as Dr. Rupert Brooks, Nichelle Nichols as Amelia Brooks, Christopher Judge as Dr. Brooks, Michael Bolton as himself, Emmett Walsh as George, Brian Doyle Murray as Ernie, Graham Greene as Peter Yellow Bear, Jean Michel Paré as Olivier, Jason Poliote his Sneed Brother No. 1, David Boyce as Sneed Brother No. 2, Frank C. Turner as Neely, Ron Small as Arthur, Allison Matthews as TV reporter, Jasha Washington as young Ted, Linda Darling as Mrs. Yepremian, Danelle Falter as rollerblader with dog, Peter Mosuli as valet, Lawson Chambers as receptionist, Andrea Butterfield as patient, Oscar Goncalves as Ernesto Julio Santisto, Angela Moore as Lucy, Jim Belushi as the voice of Demon, Jane Sibet as the voice of Nana, Richard Stephen Horvitz as the voice of Scooper. Uncredited. Animals. Fly as Nana, Dash as Nana, Stunt double, Don Juan D.J. as Demon, Cody as Demon, Stunt double, Floyd as Mac, Speedy as Scooper, Nondo as Diesel, Buck as Sniff, Coda as Yodel, Gloria as Duchess, Grizzly Bear as the Bear, Flower as the Skunk, Red Fox as the Fox. In some scenes, the faces of the dogs are partially animated to give them human expressions like winking or smiling. The animatronic version of Demon was created by Jim Henson's Creature Shop and performed by David Berkeley. Production. The film's budget was $33 million. Canmore, Alberta, Canada was used to film the fictional city of Talkeetna, Alaska. The dogs D.J. Coda, Floyd and Buck all also starred in the adventure film 8 Below. Many of the dogs and mushes used in the film were locals. Two of the hero team doubles and all of Olivier's team were supplied by Nakatsilak Siberians of Bridge Lake, British Columbia. Mountain mushes from Golden, BC supplied the Thunderjack team. Old Ernie's team was supplied by Russ Gregory from Calgary, Alberta. Arctic Sun Siberian Husky Kennel from Edmonton, Alberta was one of many kennels, including CZYZ, Snowy Owl, Gat Racing, from the area that supplied background for the film. Two of the dogs came from Quarter Kennels in Ontario. The animatronic effects were designed and built by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. The special effects were provided by the Secret Lab, the special effects division of Disney. Reception. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a rating of 24% based on 82 reviews. The site's consensus reads, a mediocre live-action children's movie. Snow Dogs is filled with cliched dialogue, tiresome pratfalls, and stale fish-out-of-water jokes. It grossed $115 million worldwide against a $33 million budget. Awards. John Debney won the ASCAP Award in 2003 for the soundtrack. Pop culture. Referenced in the Gilmore Girls Season 2 episode, Teach Me Tonight. See also 8 Below. Nankyoku Monogatari. References. External links. Official website. Snow Dogs at the Internet Movie Database. Snow Dogs at AllMovie. Snow Dogs at Rotten Tomatoes. Snow Dogs at Box Office Mojo.